Hi my friends, today we discuss about the derived parts. The derived parts are obtained from a base part. The modification of the base part can be transferred to the corresponding derived part by updating the letter. The updating can be stopped by breaking or suppressing the link with the base part. These are very important aspects, but you have to remember that the derived parts are only replicas of the base part. They cannot be edited, instead they can be supplemented with new features. The resulting derived parts can be also obtained as mirrored or scaled parts relative to the base part. A similar procedure can be applied to assemblies with similar results. Actually, starting from a base part like this one, we can obtain these derived parts. One is similar with the base part, but with different holes here. Another is scaled at a half scale, and the other is on the left. This is right-handed, 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 and this is left-handed. In other words, is mirrored. But let's see what is the procedure to obtain that parts. We'll create together the base part. It is not complicated, and we need to comply with dimensions and the note. The note tells us that these holes are placed on a circle with 12 points, equidistant points, but the holes are or are not placed in that points. We start from standard IPT, XY sketch, a XY plane, a circle with the radius of 20, finish sketch, extrude on 5 millimeters, and then we create a plane tangent to up. We select tangent to surface and parallel to plane. We have to select a surface, curved surface, or a planar face. We start with the planar face, which is this one, and then with the curved surface. We create here the next sketch. By drawing a line, an arc, another line, another arc, this, and we offset it on 5 millimeters by making a projection of this line, this face, and making this collinear with the face. Good. We close the contour at both ends, and we apply dimensions radius 12, same radius here, the distance from the external line to the center point of 65, a total length but I suppose I don't have this dimension. Yes, I don't have. Let's place it. Dimension from center to center 172. Now is okay. One hundred and 72. Between these two faces, and that's all. Finish sketch, extrusion on 16, the other direction 16. Okay, this is no more necessary to be visible, and we have to extend this, not cut. So we create a sketch here by connecting the midpoints. I'm making this as a center line to apply revolve of this half about that axis. Good. There is a hole of 12. Hole, face, center, and 12. Okay. There is also a fillet of 8. Okay, and fillet of 1 all over. Yes. One on both sides. Okay, this is the part. We can select the material, steel carbon. We select a general aspect, and for this hole titanium polished. Good. This is the part. Now let's think about this randomly placed holes of 5.1. Well, in order to use the derived parts, you see here the tool, derived component. We create a sketch on this face, which remains sketch, with a point somewhere on the vertical of this point, and with a distance of 12. Exactly 12 is. Then we apply, we change the shape of this point to be center point. Yes, to be point, not cross. You'll see why. And then circular pattern of that point about this axis, not 6 but 12. Okay, finish sketch. To respect the concept of derive, we have to export this object. Be careful, not sketch but object, even if this is a sketch. Good. This is the base part. We save it under the name hand grip. And we close. We know that this is the base part, we know the name, everything. And now be careful about the procedure. We start a new part, we activate the tool Derive, we select that part, which is the base part, and as you can see we have here also the sketch, of course. We can select the solid, and this is marked as selected, not selected, as well as the sketch, this sketch. These two are what make this object. First we transfer it as a derived part, simply as is. Okay. We can save this under a name, say HG01, save. We understand that we must save also the base part. And now let's see what is this. If you expand this point, you see that this is a solid. Yes, not a part with features and so on, like the base part. But we have a strong connection with the base part or component to open it, to suppress the link with it, or even to break the link with the base component. Let's create now some holes from that note. For instance, this one and this one, and another one here. Diameter of 5.1. Okay. You see, this is the part with 3 holes. We save it. We close it. And we create a new one with no sketch, no anything. Derive the same base part, with any other holes, but now I want to mirror it. You see, this is the other face. Okay. Now we apply the holes we want to apply wherever they must be. Okay, and this is the other object. We save it, but before, let's apply material. You see there was no material here, like steel cast. Let's change the particular aspects, select all and delete. Yes, this is genuine steel cast with semi-polished by default aspect. Save. Under the name HG02, save, close. And now let's open the base part. I opened it, and let's change something, for instance the length. I make this smaller, 145. Yes, I save it, I close it, and now I open one derived part, HG1. This is HG1. Now we see here a special mark, needs updating, and here is the same for local update. If we apply this, we see that the length is shorter. We close this. Now we open the second derived part, and we suppress the link with base component. Now we still can update, but here is not necessary. This is what we read here. We can break the link, and this is not any update possible because they are disconnected. Good. Save the new object, and now we create another one, but scaling. You see the procedure is the same, and I apply 0.5 as a scale factor. I can apply mirror, of course, together with this. Okay. The decrease is obvious. You understand why I place here points instead of crosses, because when I apply hole, I select which point I want. When there are crosses, the holes are applied automatically on all 12 points. The diameter must be 2.6 to be in according with the dimension, the new dimension of half from the other. I place another one here. Okay. A special thing which was not discussed is that you can edit the derived part, any derived part, by adding other features. but not modifying existing features, because you don't have that features present in the browser or in other place. For instance, I want to apply a hole here. Yes, a new hole. A sketch. Out of the sketch, and at this point I apply a hole of 6. No 6, but 4, because it's decreased part. Yes, this is possible everywhere. You can add an extrusion and so on. Anything is possible. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.